Good afternoon, everybody. All right, we're here again. And this week's topic, I know everyone's been so excited, being very sarcastic, is talking about long-term investments. So it is my goal and my vision and my dream to make money a fun topic. So I'm going to do my best and talking mainly to women because we don't talk about it enough. I've really noticed it during the last couple of months. We have a lot of good feeling conversations, which I also love, but we don't have enough of the real money conversations. And because there's lots of opportunities at this time, as well as obviously life challenges. But I'm going to try to use my flowers and my female vibe to help our kids and help ourselves to have funner conversations about money. So with that being said, here's my attempt, and you can let me know in the comments or message me or call me and let me know if I'm in any way trying to make these conversations a little bit more fun. So today we're going to talk about long-term investments. So let me get started. So long-term investments, there's many things that could be long-term investments, from your savings plan. Technically, if you actually put the money in and never touched it and let it grow for like 40 years, long term, not 6 months or a year or 2 years or even 5 years, which I'm all about my 5-year planning and trying to help you guys have roadmaps for living wonderful 5-year life plans. But 5 years is not long-term planning. It's not long-term investment strategy. The concept of long-term is truly like from 25 to 65, long-term. Trying to get us to the retirement side of our life. Hopefully, with my help and my blueprints and my roadmaps, working closely together, we can get you closer to a retired-like lifestyle, maybe by the time you're 45 or 55. Because philosophically, I like to live a very enjoyable life, and I don't want to be stuck working the grind until I was 55. So as many of you know me, or maybe you don't know me, but as you get to know me, I live a pretty life balanced environment because of the things that I've done and planned and done with my own finances, because I like to talk about it and I like to be comfortable with it. So you could do savings. You could do the traditional RRSPs, TFSAs, GICs, bonds, LIRAs, all of the types of investing that sometimes can be scary until you get into it. And once I think you actually are doing those things, then it gets easier to talk about, which is why I think for our kids and for, young adults, the graduates that are out there right now, they would benefit a lot from really just at least understanding some of these concepts early on. So one of my girlfriends is taking her daughter to set up her RSP after last week's live, which is so exciting. And I have confirmed that there is no minimum age even. I thought it was kind of 16, but there's actually no minimum age. They just need parental consent. So you just go with them to either the bank or your financial advisor, and you just set them up, and they just need to have your parental guidance to be able to set it up. But even if they have a job at McDonald's or they got a summer job, what a great way to start to create the behavior of them passively saving their money. And what's fascinating is they're actually going to be saving for their first home. So the sooner a 14-year-old can start to see that statement and see that that is already them saving that money for their first home, that is going to be so impactful to this younger generation. So there's no time like the present. If you have any questions, just message me, make a comment, we can chat. But that is a great way for our younger generation to start. And I'm actually going to put together a grad gift, super low cost. So I'm going to try to get that up and viable this week. And I'm going to do just a very succinct roadmap for grads going into university, going into college. I mean, honestly, a 15, 16-year-old will love the workshop, and I'm going to give them exactly the tools, speak their language on how to get themselves set up for success financially. We'll talk about credit. I'll show them exactly how to pull a credit report, what they're looking for, how credit cards work, why it matters. We'll talk about RSPs, first time home buying, the basic fundamentals, and also give them a really great budget worksheet that at least will get them started. So it's like a gift to them as they start to go into the real world. And of course, I'm sure all your parents have tried to explain it to them. Kids don't usually like to listen to their parents. So send them over to me. I'll make it fun. It'll be, I believe they'll all have a good time. I'll make it fun as I possibly can figure out how to make it. So I'm going to be announcing that, getting it up on Facebook, sharing it on my page. And I think it'll be an amazing little supplemental graduation gift for all of the teenagers out there. So long-term investing, back to the topic and the conversation. So I'm going to use my flowers to explain a concept of RRSPs, which is the most traditional long-term investment strategy. And what's really cool is once you have an account set up, you can actually, a lot of employers will set it up so that the contribution amount, the money that you're taking from your paycheck, will just automatically go to your financial advisor and automatically go into your RSP. And like everything kind of in life, I'm all about automation. My operations background is all about automation. My sales background is all automation. I like things to be automated so that I have more time to do the things I love. And it's really no different with money. And rental properties, like I'm very much about creating passive income so that I'm not spending my time doing the nitty-gritty stuff. So with your employer, if they'll set up that they can automatically take your RSP contribution, send it right over to your financial advisor, then you never see the money. And then emotionally, it's not as hard to kind of write the check. So, and then it happens over time. And this is magical. And if we can get our younger generation the fundamentals and then get them getting that account and start contributing when they're 25 until 65 and seeing the math, they're all going to be really so nicely set up for life and retirement and doing the things that we all, want to do more of, spend time with our family, travel, just be more creative in our life. So my flowers, here we go. So I'm going to use simple round numbers, $100,000 a year. So what's crazy is we earn our, if someone earns $100,000, they get all the flowers in a nice bouquet. And then the government here in Canada, I think in the US it's not quite as bad on the tax brackets, but relatively it's about half. So we'll take half of our flowers and we'll just earn our money and we give half of it to the government. Awesome, let's go do that. And then we're left with this. So we're actually left with $72,000 after tax on 100,000. As soon as you make 120, it gets close to that 50%, but still relatively it's about half. Then what's cool is you can take $6,800 a year. So that's $560 a month. And again, you can get your employer just to take it and you don't even see it. So we'll just take a flower. We'll say, okay, this is going to be our RSP contribution. So now we go save that, give that to our financial advisor. And what's cool is the government, lo and behold, gives us the tax back. So now we actually have that money to spend, and the RSP contribution is over here. So look at how it's almost a way to kind of get your money back, at least in the short term. And the concept now is this money is going to grow. And what's super cool, if you do this regularly, which is, I talked to my financial advisor, I had him validate my math, but he said the challenge is human behavior does not do this. What happens is someone gets a couple extra $1,000, or they'll have their extra $6,000, and at the year end you put that into your RSP and you get the tax back, but you're not chipping your money all the time consistently into the markets. So there's some real, this is why we hire professionals, right? So our financial advisors can take you, go talk to them, have them run this concept, show you and really how you could chip in the money differently over time. But this money over here, from 25, if you did this, from 25 till 64, at 64 years old, you will have turned $273,000 from your bucket into $4.2 million. And it's just math. It's just simple math, decent interest rate for sure. Have your advisor run it at 5% if you're conservative, or 4% if you're nervous, and at 8% and at 10%. But overall, and I can look at my own numbers, it has averaged about 10% with my financial advisor. With all the 2008, even right now, I'm only down 3%. Yay! So it's all about working with a really good financial advisor who knows the markets, knows how to manage your money. That's why you don't become the expert in that. You do a really good job making the money and being really efficient at giving them the money to make sure it grows. And then you just watch your money grow. So it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful long-term investment strategy. And then when you're retired, you come up with other strategies to chip out that money, and you pay usually a lower tax rate just because you're not maybe making 100,000 or 200,000 or whatever the number is, 80,000, and maybe when you're retired, you're going to bring in 50 grand because you don't have as many of expenses. So it's all about cash flow at that point. So anyways, that's the general concept of how to maximize your earnings, maximize long-term investment strategies, at least one of them, and making your money grow. And of course, the more we do that, the more we love money, the more it grows, the more fun we have. So this week, I've done another action item PDF. So click the learn more, fill out your name, email, I'll send you the action item PDF. It'll come to your inbox. And on that, I've got another contest. So a $25 gift certificate for anyone who even attempts to answer the question. This week's is actually really easy. I've given the answer in the presentation, in the episode. So just have some fun with it. Message me, email me, and I'm going to do a draw to announce the winner of the gift card. And I'm going to put together that workshop for our grad kids. That'll be, I'm so excited actually, how that's all coming together. I know some of you are having your kids watch the episodes, so that's wonderful. Love their feedback. What more content they'd like to hear about. So as this evolves and we get more information out there and the more I can help people, it'll do my heart good. And on July 9th, I'm going to be doing my rental properties investment workshop in rental properties. So you can sign up for that. Keeping the seating somewhat limited, so sign up early would be great. If not, I'll run another workshop. So anyways, that's it for this week, guys. I hope you learned and understand a little bit more about long-term investing, and I would say anytime is a good time to start. So if you need a recommendation on financial advisor, or you want to have a conversation with me, I love to talk about it. And I'd love to help anyone who is watching help and grow their money. So until next week, when we're going to talk about rental properties, enjoy the sunshine, yay, and have a absolutely wonderful week. And thanks, Howard. We'll talk to you later. Bye.